Alright, fellas. Should be live now. This is about to go crazy, I am telling you. Another day of popping off. I overslept. I slept like the whole day, so my head low-key hurts big time. But it's alright. It's another day of hella progress. Why do like health items show up when I look up my channel? Alright, let's turn the screen on, shall we? Here we are. I got human benchmark going right now. These are my stats. I plan to make a video about becoming the best human ever. I will become the most benchmarked human there is. I plan to get all of these pretty high. That's a whole separate video though, and I'm not gonna start making that until I get my Minecraft hardcore stuff done. Alright, anyway. Alright. We gotta actually make our game. So this is where we left off. This is the game we've got going. So we've got our... Oh my god. Hello? Are you for real? That's crazy, dude. Is it just the game that crashed, or was it... Oh, it's Godot engine. Of course it is. Of course it crashes the second I do anything. That's... Good god. Right. Okay, are we back? Alright, we're back. Alright, cool. There we are. Okay, so we... Oh, come on. Hello? It says we're doing okay. I love having streaming problems right out the get-go. Right out the gate. Isn't that just so much fun? Alright. So we're gonna... Ah yes, the game. It's without the lighting, and we turn the lighting on. Adds a little bit to it, I suppose. It feels nice to play, I will say. So, we have an inventory of... Are you for real? I Alt F4 that? Bro, I'm trying to make my game. Why is my computer throwing a hissy fit? What is happening? Got plenty of RAM. I don't understand why Godot is freaking out. We haven't really experienced a problem like this before. I can't do anything. I guess from now on I'll try to stop it in the engine itself instead of just closing the window. Like doing this, for example. That seems to work a little better. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just test out our game. Picked up the knife. Okay, normal game. Are you for real? What's happening? Why? What is happening? Why are we crashing today? I haven't even edited the game since the last stream. Why are we crashing? What's happening? Come on now. But the game itself is still working? Of course it is. Gosh dang it. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't understand. Okay, false. What exactly is being printed as false here? I'm actually not sure. Is it Claire? Print Claire has a knife. in the inventory. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the knife, then it becomes true. My inventory is just 1. Okay. Maybe just not going into full screen is the play. Maybe full screen is just not meant to be. Here, we'll do something like that. There, I can actually get a... Wait, but I can't see where the X is to get out of the... Okay, I have a feeling it is something to do with my FPS adjuster. I don't know how many times we are going to crash, but I'm going to not use the FPS adjuster. And we are going to see if we have any problems. And if we don't, then I think we have identified our problem here. Here. Okay, pick up the knife. Start jumping through doors here. We're gonna show FPS. Okay, but we still haven't changed our frame rate. Okay. Okay. And then it's literally fine, so adjusting the FPS was just an issue, I guess. I'll have to keep that in mind for later. That's an odd issue to be having. Okay. Let's figure this out. Shall we? Well, I guess we won't figure out the FPS thing. I'll save that for later. I'm not sure what's causing that. It might just be a Godot instability thing. Or it could be something with my laptop. Who knows? Okay. Need to think. What should I add next? So we've got 2 room types. I want to add the inventory to the player UI. I think that would be a good idea. Change FPS menu. We're gonna add another node 2D. I'm gonna call this inventory. Violin is going insane here. Okay, it's gonna take a little creativity here because I am a little lost on how I'm gonna do this, but we're just gonna slap in a sprite 2D here for now, and we're just gonna, oh, there's a note. I was gonna say, why can't I put in a texture? We're just gonna slap this in there. Just where exactly is it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Let's just increase the scale on that a bit. We're gonna go like 6. So if I launch the game, how does that look? Whoops. Let's do this. So it's right there. I want it to be like, kind of like up there-ish, I suppose. Today with my Wi-Fi. Don't really understand what's going on with the Wi-Fi, but hey. Okay, let's see how this looks. I'll have to make the inventory a little easier to see. I'll have to figure that one out. That won't be fun. Oh my gosh. What is happening with my internet? Jangle jangle. Okay, what are we thinking, guys? Yeah, we don't really need Task Manager open. What all do we have open? I guess we can close Discord, because I don't really use Discord. We'll keep Steam open. Nah, we really don't need it. Wait, cancel. So we might need Steam open for Pixel Studio. We don't need that. Don't need Bluetooth. I suppose I can actually just turn Bluetooth off. There. Okay, we are saving as much performance as we can right now. We've got like everything else off, other than the mandatory stuff from a little game development. So now I suppose we just go to the player UI. And what do we do here? Suppose I'm gonna add, so we're just gonna call that background. And we're going to add and we're gonna add another sprite. And we're gonna call this boxes. Yeah, something like that. And it's just, we're just gonna slap in the white square. And we're gonna definitely just gonna slap that down. And we're going to edit the transform. We're gonna put that at like 15, so it'll cover that. But I want to make it thinner, so we'll do 0.2. Something like that. We're gonna copy paste. Whoa. Oh yeah, I can just do this. Wait, I can just raise the Y value. Is this perfectly aligned? Yeah, basically. So we do this, we position Y level, we can do negative 200. Okay, we're gonna do more than that. Negative, we're gonna do 500. You for real? That's too much, like I figured. Negative 900. Oh, holy cannoli, negative 950. We're gonna figure this one out. We'll figure this one out, guys. 960. 970. Okay, so we need to get to about like right there-ish. That's perfect. There we go. We're gonna call that top. Control D. We're gonna get this transform. We're gonna put this at 1, 1. So now we need to make it thin on the x-axis and tall on the y-axis. 3. Okay. Maybe a 6. There, let's try that. It's a little too much. We'll go 5. 5.5. 5.6. Is that? Oh my gosh. $5.7. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rename this to left. We're gonna just boom. We're gonna duplicate that. I'm gonna call it right. We're gonna edit that. Good old position. I'm gonna go 400. Okay, that might have been too far. 100? Holy cannoli, bro. 25. 20. Holy guac, bro. 0. 10. Oh, we'll do 15. 17, 16, 15.5. Holy, why is it so touchy? I'm so confused. 15.6, 15.7, 15.8. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that. Now if we go to our game and run it. You know, it's really hard to tell. Okay, that works. I can see it. I mean, it's there, I suppose. If I increase the visibility on this one. Okay, why is it orange? It's not quite what I was going for, bud. Hello? Does that help anything, doing that? I don't think it does. No. Okay. Meow, 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 meow. Alright, visibility, self-modulate, yeah. I wouldn't be too upset with that, I mean. Bruh. Okay, a little more then. Dear. Oh dear. 1.6. 1.6. 1.6. Come on now. Let's be so for real. I mean, it's it's still really dark. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that one. Also, just make sure microphone's working okay. Yep, perfect, cool. Just making sure. 1.8. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just go for 2, honestly, at this point. How about that? We're getting somewhere. You know what? We're getting somewhere. Let's go for 3 and see if that's too much. 3. Now we're glowing a bit there. Honestly, I think that's pretty alright. I don't particularly mind that. Oh wow, my eyes are like actually super photosensitive right now. Holy shit. It's the oversleeping, but wow. All right. So we've got this. We've got the oh, give me the hello. I was gonna say thank you. Gosh dang. Right on time for the music too. All right. Let's see here. Now I have to divide it into however many sections I'm gonna want this thing. I think I'll do 5 slots. So what I can do is I can just probably just kind of no, put it there. Left 2, divider, sure. So the left is 15.8. We're gonna put this at 13 and see what happens. What is happening? There, that's probably what I was going for here. Negative 15.8, we're gonna do negative 13. Okay. Negative 11. Okay. So what's the difference here? 15.8 and 11, that'd be 4.8. Control D, so then this would be 6.2. Hang on, no, 4.8. So 4.8, yeah, it'd be negative 6.2. This one, 6.2, and then another 4.8 difference, so it'd be 1.4. Gosh dang, the mental math is crazy. 4.8 minus 1.4 would be 3.4. So we just have to put this one at 3.4. Then we're going to do another one. Remember, it's a 4.8 difference, so it's going to be 7.2. No, that's not right. Remember, 3.4 plus 4. It'd be 8.2 rather. That's my bad. And another 4.8. This would be 13. Means I should probably extend this a little. So we're going to control D, transform 17.8. So that's where it needs to end. We can just, yes. Okay. That's pretty good there. So just kind of just, whoa. There. Now it should work. We can just slap that in there. Okay. Oh, there's Ace with his usual intro. How's it going, Ace? I want to put this down the middle, but I don't quite know where the middle is, so we're just gonna go negative 50. Okay, a little further down, we're gonna go 0. That's too much. Negative 15. That looks pretty close. I feel like this had slightly larger still, so we're gonna go negative 7, negative 20. How's that? Nope, less than negative 20. Negative 17.5. I'll call that good. Pretty good, brother. How about yourself? Slept pretty much the whole day, man. I totally just had nothing. Made my head hurt, so here we are. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling. So this is our little inventory. So if we go into the game, what are you making now? I'm just making an inventory, and then I need to actually add things to the inventory once I collect them. So this is our inventory bar right now. I might want to brighten it up a bit if I can. I mean, I can. It'll probably just change the color, but that's fine. Here, if we go background, the background's what needs to be brighter. I'm gonna see if I can put it to 4. Wait, I'm confused. It got set back to 1. Wait, oh, that's why. Okay, 3. We'll do 4. We're gonna. That's better. That's more acceptable. Keeps a darker vibe, but I can still see it. That works. Okay. Perfect. Player UI script. Okay, so how's this gonna work? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to do. We're gonna add a node 2D, not 3D. Holy shit! Come on now. Node 2D, and we're gonna call this slot. Okay. And we've got that. We're going to go to our 2D here, and we're going to add all sorts of markers. We need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We need 14 of them. Okay. Start moving them. Where do they get put to? There? Okay. Here, I'll put them roughly where they should be for now. Slot 5, slot 6, slot 7, 8, 9. Seems like it's coming along all right so far. I'm hoping, but this is the hard part here. This is the hard part. 12, 13, 14. So we're gonna start kind of shifting these to the center of their respective boxes. Seven. Okay. Here we go. Slot 8, slot 9. Slot 8 looks pretty good. This is going to be the easy part, unfortunately. This is just tedious, but this is nothing compared to what I'm going to have to do. I mean, I only have an idea of how this is going to work, so it's going to be a little tough, for sure. I don't know. Okay, this is fire. This is fire. How is that? Okay, I see this one here I must have skipped over. That's fine. We can kind of just, there. That's all right to me, honestly. I'm fine with that. That's acceptable. I would not mind that. Slots. So we've got our slots now. Can I just group these all up or something? Oh, you can do batch renaming? I wish I knew that. Man, that sucks. That sucks big time. It's alright. If I parent all of this to the background, that won't change nothing good. Then it's just a little more organized now. Okay. I am watching on my TV tonight. Sorry for late responses. There's a 7-second delay. No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. It is all good. You being here is good enough. So I need to figure this out now. Inventory. And then I'm gonna make a new node 2D here. Whoa, 2D. And we're gonna call this item sprites. And I'm not gonna have a space in there. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a sprite, obviously. We're gonna call this knife 1. Since our item ID for our knife is gonna be 1. Seems pretty understandable. Okay, honestly, fire beats. Okay, let's actually give it a texture now instead of just jamming out. That's the hard part about having such good music. Okay, so here is our knife sprite. We really need to lower the visibility on this one, guys. Holy shnikes. I'm gonna do point 3. Feels healthy. Holy. Oh, I also need to change the, there. Holy. So, hang on, how's that look, though? Maybe it does need to be brighter. Oh, it needs to be brighter, actually. It does need to look like that. I forget that I have a, I have that all applied there. Transform. I don't. Visibility. Let's just reset that. How does that look in-game? That's gotta look... That's actually pretty good. I need to darken it up a little, but that's pretty decent. 0.1. We're gonna do 0.7 to darken that down a little. It just looks goofy here, but I forgot about the fog effect also affecting my player UI. That's pretty good. Just need to make that a little bigger now. Player UI. Oh, yeah, now we need to do the scale. 2. There. That's pretty good. Alright, I'll take that. So now what we do is... Player UI. Okay, this is the complicated part. This is the part I'm really unsure of. This is the part I'm really unsure of. Okay. This is... Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a little tough. You know, I'm really trying to think about this one. I'm unsure about this. So anyway, I need a function that's going to detect what's in the player's inventory at any given time, which is pretty easy. That's the easy part. And then it needs to put whatever's in their inventory in these spots. And then I'll have to test this with extra items, obviously. Like if I put 2 knives down, will it be able to fill 2? You know, just to make sure other items also work. So we're gonna, I guess, get started. Function, inventory. Yeah, we'll just call it inventory. Player inv equals player dot inventory. Is that right? Where is the player's inventory actually stored? Should be on the player. Inventory, yeah, right there. Okay, perfect. So where does the inventory get changed here exactly? Inventory.append, grabbable item ID. So the ID of the grabbable item on the floor. Okay, okay. That's good. Perfect. Wow, my brain is already short-circuiting. I've never actually designed a player UI that is functional before. Sorry, this is gonna take me a bit. Okay, player UI, so player in equals player.inventory. Alright. Also, my bad about lack of speaking. Yeah, I'm currently... Dude, you're fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. You're not like, you know, you're not obligated to talk, you know. You don't have to. It's a choice, and I don't mind. I mean, you're here, so it's pretty chill either way. Just know that. Okay, player inventory equals player.inventory, so we're just fetching the player inventory, putting it in a new variable each frame. Okay, okay. That way it still updates every frame. Okay, so now that we've done that, if player inv.length doesn't equal 0, we're just gonna print has an item. Okay, process. Okay. Oh, wait, you can't use length in array? Really? What can we do? Dot size, probably. Let's try that. That works. Okay. So that's what it'll look like. Okay. Has an item. Perfect. So if Claire inventory size does not equal 0. Or what I could do. Oh, I could do this the easy way and do a bunch of if statements. I could do a bunch of if statements that detect um, the size of the inventory. Actually, hang on. Yeah, I could do that. And then it would detect what's in each slot and then put the sprite for the item IDs. Yeah, so what it's going to do is it's going to detect what item IDs are in there because, as you can see here in the inventory, all I'm actually storing are the item IDs. So it'll just put the corresponding sprites in the corresponding slots. I think that's fair. I could do that. You know what? Here, yeah, and we're gonna do. We're for real doing this right now. 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. 2. No, hang on. Well, I guess we're just gonna do it the easy way for now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I should make these elifs. That way we're not wasting a bunch of resources. God, this fucking. We need to talk. This isn't working out. I'm gonna loop that. Okay, yeah, so how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, hold on. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's on line 19. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Elif. Elif. This is like some serious shit posting for coding, low-key. This is like the goofiest, most inefficient way I could ever think of doing this. Wait. Sorry, these songs are good as hell. I really don't want to do it this way, but oh man. But like, I could think of doing this maybe with a loop, but at the same time, I won't do a for loop. I think that's a little above my pay grade. That's actually insane that I just said that a for loop is above my pay grade. What? Well, I'm not trying to go for perfection. I'm just trying to make a usable game. And then I'll start, once I get like one good game, and then I'll start focusing on actually optimizing everything. And we're just gonna go all in on making my code efficient. How about that? I'll make a game that works first. Everybody always releases something totally dog shit before they do the good stuff, right? I'll make a usable battle pass. It'll be in the works, don't worry. I totally could too, that's the crazy part. If I add multiplayer support, if I add a battle royale mode, you better believe it's gonna have a battle pass. I gotta make money somehow. If filled slots equals 1, we're gonna print player dot invin. Oh wait, we can just do a player underscore in roll a dice, roll a dice. And then we're gonna do the first slot, which should just print 1. And also, I'm gonna comment this out really quick. Whoops, hang on. What's printing that? Hang on. I think I know what it is. Hang on. I don't know what's printing that. What is this? And oh, Cyberpunk was horrible when it first dropped, and now it's one of my favorite games. Dude, it is a really good game, I will say. Also, I did look into it, and I don't think David Sandevistan is an apogee. Because of a couple different things. First, the visual difference. A lot of people, oh Jesus, hang on. It's the visual difference mainly. It looks like it's got some sort of modification to it, if you could say. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm saying. That thing, it looks insane. It's got like a whole ass spinal cord on him. Anyway, what is printing this? Okay, well, something's printing the knife ID, and I'm guessing if I walk away, it will stop? Whoops. Okay, it's not stopping, in fact. I'm very, very confused! Oh, it's printing the room number, isn't it? Hang on. If I go to my player UI, or maybe it's no, it should be my game. If I go to my game script, that's probably what's doing it. Isn't it? Okay, maybe not. That's just an X-ray visual of the implant. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, yeah, but I mean, if you've watched the anime, I mean, you've seen the implant. It looks absolutely insane. And in the anime, he seemed to be as fast as Adam Smasher, and I know Adam Smasher's got some crazy experimental implant. His isn't quite an apogee, I don't believe. And you also have to keep in mind the Cyberpunk Edgerunner series is like 30 years later. Anyway, right. What is printing this 1 here? I'd love to know. Okay, print. I'm looking for purple because that's what the prints are. Print player inventory 0. If filled slots equals 1. Wait, hang on. Is that what's doing it? There's no way. Otherwise, then my code doesn't work. Otherwise, my code doesn't work. My code always works. Yeah. So it's definitely something else. Wonder if it's in my... Yeah, it's right here. It's in my room generator. Jeez. Okay, we're good. I think it's a player UI that we're looking for. Okay. Boink. There we go. And we're gonna do... I'm thinking, but my brain doesn't want to do it. Hang on. This is, like, totally something I've never done before. This one's a little confusing. Okay, we're gonna do, a variable... No. Hang on. We're gonna do the variable up here. Var item list equals for, and we're gonna do var item underscore. Okay, var item list is going to be set equal to an empty list for I in filled. No. Hang on. For I in player inventory. For I in player inventory, item list dot append I. So if filled slots equals 1, we're gonna do turns out is an experimental mix combining the best qualities from other Sandevistan models. That's kind of what I heard, yeah. Which, you see, the reason why I think that is, one, his time slowdown is like crazy, and two, there doesn't seem to be a cooldown or a duration limit, because he's been shown using it for a fair bit of time, and he was spamming it when he was driving the car. Like, he was doing it like boom, 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 boom. And obviously it was fucking him up, but yeah. He's got a bit of a crazy one. What is this? Player inventory. Not found in base self? Hello? Oh, that's why. Oh, whoops. I was using it as a function. That's my bad. Okay, let's see here. Okay, item list dot append. Okay, and then we get to these. So we're gonna do filled slots. Okay, hang on, I need to think about this. So the item list is going to be a list of the item IDs in the player inventory, right? For each item in player inventory, it's going to do item list.append I, which will be, okay. David gets time dilation from the Militech Falcon Sandy. Ah, that makes sense, yeah. I actually haven't played much for Cyberpunk. Ooh, also, speaking of being able to play Cyberpunk, I might actually be able to play Cyberpunk eventually here soon. So, I mean, my laptop could run it. I would just have to really lower the settings, but I got my first real paycheck. So I stand corrected, you were right. It's alright. That is all good. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. What is this? Stream Cyberpunk? I could. I mean, I don't have the game right now, keep in mind. And obviously, wait, no, there's nudity. You're crazy. I think there's a censorship setting, though. Okay, hang on. If filled slots equals 1. You know what, I don't really need, I don't actually, no, I don't want to do the LF statements. That seems like a bunch of bull crap. Okay. You can censor, good, okay. Just making sure. As I was saying, I got my first real big paycheck. Well, not big, it's a decent paycheck from Subway. It was $372. So I think and the only thing keeping me from using my desktop is, you'll probably get a pretty good audience streaming Cyberpunk. Alright, I got you. The only thing keeping me from using my desktop is my broken graphics card. So I'm thinking of buying like a 3080. So I think I'm gonna head down to the bank tomorrow and I'm gonna deposit my check. What's this? Reaping the rewards of the sub making. Absolutely, brother. So yeah, I think I'll buy a 3080 And then I'll obviously install that. My PC should hopefully work at that point. Because I looked at my motherboard, I thought it was a BIOS version error, but it's not. My motherboard's got a new enough BIOS to support my CPU, so I think it's just a broken graphics card. You're talking about Cyberpunk, right, brother? You better clarify that shit. Okay, for I am player inventory item list on them. Starting to realize that I shouldn't abbreviate Cyberpunk. Yeah, maybe not, buddy. Clipped, screenshotted, posted all over Twitter. You're cooked. You're cooked, buddy. It's over. Alright, so we have the item list. We're gonna do 4. Actually, we could just probably just do 4i in. No, yeah, we need to append the item list, I guess. We can do 4i in item list. Just print the item list. Career is ruined. Yeah, no college for you, buddy. It's over. Okay, so we're printing that. So what I'm going to try to do is I want to make a duplicate of the knife. If I go to my room gen really quick. Let's just make another instance of the knife. Yeah. Knife. Transform, scale 4. 10. Why can't I pick it up? Why can't I pick it up? Okay, so I cannot pick that knife up. This is an interesting development. I should be able to pick it up, but we're going to decrease the size to and we're gonna move it a little. Maybe that'll change things up. No, why can I only pick this one up? Is there a reason for that? This is really weird. I have an idea of as to what could be causing this. Player process area 2D entered, area 2D exited. Is that item equals false? Okay, hang on. Is that item is it equal to true there? And then the grabbable item ID. If I go to my knife, yeah, the item ID is 1. So I mean, it's not like it doesn't have the item ID. So why is my stuff only working with this knife here, but not this one? What is going on? Oh, this one's complicated. Man, inventories are complicated. Holy moly. Script player. Hang on. I don't know what to do here, though. If I go to my room generator, maybe there's something in how I generate the knife. Hang on. Yep, that's the doors. If room number's less than 2 and the player has knife equals false, then it will generate the knife. Okay, valid. That, and we know this setting works because it only generates 1 knife there. Knife.add group grabbable items. I think that's our issue. Add to group. Don't know why I didn't just do this in the knife script, but I didn't, and I think this is our issue. Because the knife by default is not a grabbable item for some reason. Hang on now. Hang on now. There we go. Perfect. There we go. We have 2 knives in the inventory, boys. This is exactly what I was hoping for. So now if we go to the player UI script, for I in item list, prints the item list, then it's going to do slot I. And we're gonna do var hang on, no, for I in item list. So it chooses the spot as var. Okay, and then we're gonna do item equals. Oh shoot. Oh man, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay, item equals item underscore list I. We'll do a string of that. Print item. So is it printing the spot or what? What's the second I heard Smasher call David's a rudimentary implant, I knew it was over for bro. No, actually. He's basically saying having a Sandevistan's no biggie. When that dude's literally like the first person that David fought with the Sandevistan. He just was not used to it. Like, very unfortunate. He had absolutely no practice. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, oh, item equals, I'm confused here. Okay, and then for I in player inventory item list on append I, and then for I in item list print I. Okay, don't know how we got to this side of YouTube. I do listen to that stuff though. It's pretty relaxing, if I do say. Don't know why this doesn't loop. There we go. Yeah, no, actually, David's fight with Adam Smasher lasted like 10 seconds if we're really thinking about the actual fight. Otherwise, it was just David running, getting kissed, and then he died, basically. Okay, this is an issue here. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna cut it. So for I in item list, print I. Okay. So it shouldn't say any zeros, it just says 1. Okay. Boom. Which is good because it's actually getting the value at the index position I instead of just the index position itself. I wasn't quite sure how that worked. Okay, so it gets the list of all the items. And just to be sure, then it should be able to print multiple things, right? Ooh, this is interesting here. Becca deserved... No, actually, dude. That shit is just awful. But you can tell she at least really cared for David. All the way to the end. It's really unfortunate, though. Season 2 of Cyberpunk Edgerunners is probably going to be absolutely devastating. I mean, just think about it. They love just making people suffer. So that'll be fun. That'll be just delightful. I'm sure it'll send me into a depressive spiral, but it'll be a good watch. I'm excited for it though. Okay. So for I in player inventory, item list on append I, and then what we can do is, this one's really var item sprites. It's gonna be set equal to all right, player UI is where we need to be. It's gonna be set equal to item. Okay, I'm not even typing. It's gonna be set equal to a list item sprites. Wait, what was that? I've never seen that before. Inventory item sprites knife 1. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. You can find the whole Cruise Memorial pieces that Lucy made after Edgerunners? Really? So, shoot, my question is, how directly tied are the storylines between the game and the anime? Are they like directly tied? Are they like, is the anime like canon to the lore of 2077? I mean, it seems to be a pretty faithful recreation at the very least. Oh, okay. Right, what was I thinking about? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, shoot. They aren't connected story-wise at all, but they do take place in the same universe. Okay, I see. And I know, because I know they take place at different times. I see. Okay. Field slots, player inventory size. Yes, that makes sense. I don't think I even need this variable anymore. Right. Inventory, item sprites, item knife 1. It's a side quest line that lets you get David's jacket. Really? That's actually cool as fuck. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Right. For I in player inventory, which is just a list of all of the inventory items. They get added to the item list. For I in item list. I want to take the value. I want the string value of the player inventory at index position I. Okay. Print so that is at index position I. Then what I'm going to do so I'm gonna actually make this into a variable. Variable ID equals the string at the player inventory of position I. And what we're going to do is we're going to index into item sprites at index position I, right? Hang on, I need to think. So we're getting the ID of the item itself. So index position ID minus 1. Because our IDs start at 1 instead of 0, but index positions start at 0. So if we just take the item sprites ID minus 1, and var sprite equals, and then it'll be whichever sprite. Okay, we're gonna do next. So we have the item sprites, and I'm gonna get a list of the slots. Oh, wait a minute, I have an idea. Actually, I just thought of this. Hang on. Can I do this? Oh my gosh. Guys, we just discovered some crazy tech. I didn't have to type all that out. Well, what do you know? Ain't that amazing? Why do we have errors here? Oh, just that baloney. Okay, so the item slots, so var slot is going to be set equal to item slots. We're indexing at position I. So then we're going to put the this is really tough because I only have, how am I going to deal with having multiple of the same item? I could make them stack, but that wouldn't really make sense for duplicate weapons. Okay, this one's really confusing me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, is there an issue with the code here? Oh, here, let's see if anything breaks when I pick up an item, for example. Okay. Invalid access of index 1 base object of type array. What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, I minus 1. Does I start at 1 and everything else starts at 0? Int and minus. String and okay. Okay, hang on. So ID can't be a string. It just has to be the value. Okay, we're getting it figured out, guys. I picked it up. I picked that one up. Okay, the whole thing seems to work. Okay. So slot equals item slots at position I. Okay. ID equals player inventory at I minus 1. Sprite equals item sprites at ID. Should just be at ID. We're gonna print sprite. Alright, never mind. Knife. Okay. So this is This is just something. Okay, so print slot. I'm really curious to see what happens if we do that. Slot 2? Why slot 2? Oh, that's why. Okay. Now it's slot 1. Okay, oh, I probably should have just done the if-else statements. Oh, man. Idea. Hang on. Nope, item list is still totally valid. Player inventory is still totally valid. So the slots and the sprites, that all seems pretty valid as well. So what we're gonna do is for I in player inventory, item underscore list dot append at player inventory index position I. Whoa, what happened there, bud? Okay, so now item list should automatically, and then we're going. And then for every frame, I want to print item list after the change is done, just to make sure we can have multiple. Base type array, I-1, fine. Oh my gosh. 1, 1, 1, boom. Perfect, that works. So the item list is updated. For I in item list, we're going to create a variable. We're going to call that sprite. We're going to set that equal to item sprites at position I-1. And we're going to do var slot equals item slots at I-1. And what we're going to do is we're going to put sprite dot position. We're going to set that equal to slot dot position. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go, where is this, inventory item sprites? I'm actually going to make a second knife in the item sprites here. And the reason I'm only doing that for the test, it's not going to actually matter because you can only get one knife no matter what. But just to make sure. Okay. Oh wait, I forget. You can just drag stuff in. That is so much better. I'm gonna start using that from now on. That is a crazy piece of tech. Crazy. Okay, sprite.position equals slot.position. How's that gonna work though? I think there's still something else I have to code. I'm not quite sure though. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go boink. Okay. Nice. The The inventory is real. Can we get much? So, so. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's make a new item and we'll put that down instead. How about that? How about that, guys? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, a knife. We're just gonna make a placeholder item just to make sure it works. This is not gonna be an actual item. It's just gonna be green. That's crazy that we actually got that to work. I'm super hyped out about that. Hyped up rather. Save. 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 Green. We're just gonna do a debug. Debug green. Underscore item, I suppose. Save. Okay. All right. Okay, ba-dum. All right, right, we have our debug item now if we go to our assets here. Or oh, it should be in our yeah, it should be in our stuff. Hang on. Player UI, item sprites, delete. Cancel. Actually, yes, delete. So I need to make a new, oh, that's right. It's in our textures, but we need to make a new debug green. We're just gonna give it a sprite. Create. And we're just gonna call, you know, we don't even have to rename that. Let's just give it the texture now. Load assets. Where's our sprite? Pixel Studio, hello. Come on now. Good night. Why does it know what time it is? And it keeps giving me weather stuff too. It's really fucking strange. Save. 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 Debug. Wait, debug underscore green underscore item is right there. PNG. Where is it? What do you mean it already exists? I don't see it. It's not there. It's not in the folder. Oh, I know what I have to do. I see what I did. I think it's this. Save, save, save. Yeah, that should do it. There it is. We got it. Okay, now we just have to boom, boom, assets, debug green item. There. Debug green. Underscore ready. Item ID is going to be set equal to 99999. So 6 nines. Actually, I don't think I even need a ready function for this. I can literally just do item. So, whoops, hang on, whoops. No! Var item ID equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're good. Yes. Just to make sure this is how we do it by item ID. Okay, that's fine. Alright, honestly, that's okay. I mean, I'm gonna need to add it to the grabbable items group anyway. Function ready, add to group grabbable items. So we are going to, then we're going to save scene as, and go to scenes, debug green, yes, perfect. I'll go back to my player UI, we're going to add a new sprite here. And I'm going to call it green. Okay. So now that we've done that, I'm going to put it at the same scale, so a 2x2. Transform 2. I also need to guess the filtering doesn't matter if it's just a solid color, so that's fine. I don't even have to worry about that. Clear UI, green, which is invisible for some reason. Because it's because I didn't actually give it the texture yet. Okay, fine. Fair enough. Okay, so we've got that. So what's the visibility on the knife? Because I know I changed it. So everything gets down to 0.7. So, whoa. Whoa. What the hell just happened? Whoa. Uh, I know y'all didn't just see that, but my screen was just glitching out like crazy, man. Whoa. That's worrisome, actually. Maybe the sooner I get that graphics card, the better, because this laptop just did something really funky that it shouldn't have done, because it's not supposed to do that. Whoa, like, that looked fucking strange. Like, my whole screen went black, and then there was, like, lines on it. I wonder if my GPU in this laptop is dying or something. I am not sure. That's highly unfortunate. That scared me. But okay, we're good. Everything looks a little pixely here, like extremely. I think I need to restart the app. Hang on, Control S. I'm gonna save everything. Holy hell, everything is pixely. What's happened? Okay, hang on. What happened here? I might have to restart my computer, guys. Everything is just completely messed up. I don't know if it looks that way to you guys, but, hang on. Let me check on the stream. No, on there it's totally fine. Oh, it's so weird. Oh, I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing, because it's completely messed up. It's like goofed. It's done goofed. So I don't know if you're still watching Ace, but I might have to restart my computer. Might have to, because there is some... Actually, you know what? Here, I'll try to restart Godot. Oh, that seemed to work. Hang on. Okay, we'll restart Godot. Oh, this looks normal. Okay, everything just needs a restart here, because the resolution got a little wonked. No, oh dear lord. Weird. Oh my gosh, that's so strange. It's usable, but it's not good. Okay, the knife works. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, it's still usable for now, so I'm not gonna restart my computer quite yet. I need to at some point though, because every time I move my mouse, the text gets blurry, and everything just goes insane. I've never seen this before. This is so strange. I don't want to quit working quite yet, because I'm kind of starting to get in the flow, so I'm gonna keep going. We're going to go to our room generator, and we're going to instantiate the debug green. Knife, what's the scale on that knife? It's 4. This doesn't need to be quite that much. We're just going to go to 2, I suppose. I'm going to put it over here. Oh wait, it needs an area as well. I suppose it does need an area. We're gonna add that. Which means we're also going to add a collision shape. It really scares me though. I hope this laptop's not already dying on me. I did get it pretty cheap though, I won't lie, but it was working just fine. I really hope it's not, like, dying on me. That would really suck. Like, big time. What am I looking for? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, shape, right? Rectangle. We're gonna go, 2. We'll go 3. Okay. Oh, man. Is my audio still working on stream? Is it all still good? Yeah, it's all good. Whoa. What is all of this stuff about? Brother, I'm tired. It's 3 a.m., so I'm gonna go to bed for the night. Alright, good night, man. Stream seems fine. That's good. Yeah, weird. Weird, though. It's very strange that that's happening to me. I think my laptop might be dying, unfortunately, so I better get this game done, publish it, and get a new computer. But alright, good night, man. Peace out. It's very unfortunate, but oh man. Did I get an error for that? What is happening? Oh, that's what's happening. Okay, okay. I see why we're getting some problems here. This is... Oh yeah, right. It's not even an available sprite. I need to do that. Go to my player UI. Go to my sprites. Just gonna pop that in. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, right, I have to actually launch the game. Okay, so if we do this, if I pick this up first... Well, I didn't get an error, but it didn't quite pick it up. So that works. This, however, does not. Okay, what is the code that I need to change here? Interesting. Okay, this is really interesting. So I can't even grab it after I grab the knife. That's a little odd. Can I grab the second knife? Hang on, I'm gonna print my inventory. Just to see if it's even going into the inventory. Because, wait, give me a sec. I think I know the problem. Debug green, I think the collision is not where it needs to be. No, it needs to be on layer 2. Give me a sec, I think that's our problem. I don't think anything else needs to really change here. Whoa! Yeah, item underscore ID. Debug green should in fact have an item ID. I don't see why it doesn't. Oh. Okay, I absolutely goofed there. That's my bad. Okay, it had an item ID technically. Okay. I'm confused here. Oh, shoot. Okay, this one's tough, guys. It only worked for the knife because of its low item ID. Okay, this system is not gonna work properly. I can see that now. Okay, for iron. Player inventory item list append. So that's I minus 1. And how do I set? Oh my god. Item list append. Inventory. I'm wondering if I do that, everything will just be totally fine. Valid access of index on... Okay, hang on. Dot append, can I append it with the integer of whatever this is instead. How about that? What if we do that? This is just making me a little upset here. I don't, yeah, it should. So if I just do I, it won't work, like straight up. But if I pick up the knife, it'll work totally fine. No, it will not. Okay, item list is interesting. If we do this, boom. Yeah, this one's interesting. Okay, item list equals two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 empty values in the item list. So for I in player inventory has 14 values. So dot append item list at position I dot append the value of this. That should totally work. I don't see why that wouldn't work. Oh, how do I get this to work the way I want? I'm so confused. Okay, we're having some struggles. Is the item list even necessary? I don't think it does. Is it? I'm not really using the item list for anything if I think about it. So if I just do this, so for I in item list, right. Slot equals item slots, I minus 1. Hang on, so let's really think about this for a sec. Sprite equals item sprites of I minus 1. That's not really gonna work, is it? That doesn't work. Okay, okay, we're gonna have to rethink all of this. I'll keep this stuff for now, but okay, the item list needs to go. That's a pointless variable. Okay, okay, right. Are there dictionaries in GD scripts? For I in... Yeah, you know what, no, we're just gonna have to figure this one out later. Okay. I will make this inventory system before I sleep tonight. That is... Okay, I'm gonna think about this. player inventory. Yep. We'll get rid of the item slots and item sprites themselves. Whoa, come on now. Where did we go? Okay. This doesn't... Okay, come on out. Does not seem necessary to me. So we're just taking the player inventory and copying it over. That's fine. We're gonna create a variable. Name. We do have dictionaries. Perfect. Var items. Variable possible items, guys. Possible items. Okay, variable. Now we're going to, what's the symbol? This. So we're gonna have a key of 1. So equals, and then we're going to have the sprite connected to it. Right. So the item ID is 1. We're gonna have the sprite connected to it. That seems reasonable. That seems totally reasonable. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a comma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nines. Nice. And then we're gonna do the green. That seems totally reasonable to me. Okay, possible items. There we go. We have our 2 possible items so far. So then for I in player inventory. So then it'll get added to the player inventory. On pickup, we already have that programmed. We just have to update the visuals in the inventory is what we have to do. So for I in player inventory, we just we're gonna print I. That's all we're gonna do. There we go. Variable what we're gonna do is so for I in player inventory, we're gonna do so for I in player inventory. Okay, oh man. Okay, think, Lance. Think. For I in player inventory. We're just gonna do, so it's just gonna scan over each individual thing, right? So we just have the item ID and the corresponding sprite. That's what we're going for. So for I in player inventory, possible items indexed at I. We're just gonna print that. Just to see what values we get here. If we wait, what? Property or key on a base Objective type dictionary. Okay, how do dictionaries work then? Some key name and value. Yep. Referencing its corresponding key. Okay. So they have this dictionary, points dictionary, in orange. Yep, and then they have my color set to a string. Okay. In the above code, points will be assigned the value that it is paired with, the appropriate color, selected in my color. Blue equals 150. So it adds blue as a key and assigns it to its own. Okay. Different types of values in the same dictionary. I already know that. Can be iterated with a for. Yep, can be iterated with the for keyword. For fruit in groceries, bar amount equals groceries fruit. Yes. Okay, this is what I'm really getting after here. This my color stuff. So you can access the dictionary's value by referencing its corresponding key. In the above example, points dictionary, white will return 50. White is 50. Okay. You can also write .white, which is equivalent. However, you will have to use the bracket syntax if the key you're accessing the dictionary with isn't a fixed string, such as a number or a variable. Okay, yes, which is exactly what we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So for I in player inventory, print possible items I. Okay. So that's indexing a specific position, but I'm looking for a keyword here. So I'm curious if oh man. Okay, so possible items. Base. So for key, what if we take the string of I? No, that won't work either. So here's the issue we have. We have our debug value, and it's what it's trying to do is trying to access index 99999. When I'm trying to get it to look for that as a key, if I had quotes around this, I don't think that'll work properly. String of I. It's the best I've got. Well, there's something. String of I, guys. Okay, that works. And now we have 3 items in our. You know what, guys? That seems to work quite well. So for I in player inventory, so possible items, string I. Understandable. Okay, think. So we're going to do spots. And we're gonna go to our player UI. We're gonna re-add all of these slots here. I'm gonna call it slots instead, just for some simplicity. Keep it consistent. For I in player inventory, slot equals slot indexed at I. Slots indexed at I minus 1. That should work no matter what. For I in player inventory, var slot equals slots indexed at I minus 1. Okay, we can roll with that. And what we're going to do, we're going to do, and then what we're going to do is var item is going to be set equal to player inventory indexed at I minus 1. We're going to do item dot sprite item dot image is going to be set equal to the possible underscore items being indexed at item, or maybe the string of item. How about that? See if that works. Item underscore image var item image equals that. So item image dot position equals slot index equals just slot, actually. Yeah, let's try that. Something's not working here. That's because I didn't do the right thing. Okay, let's try this. Okay. So slot equals slots. I just want the string. That's not gonna work. Hang on. So okay, we're just messing everything up. So var slot equals slots indexed at I minus 1. Here's our thing. Here's our thing here. If I just do this. Can't do that. Slot equals string slots at I. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. This is not quite right. It's still not gonna work, is it? So the slot is going to be equal to So, shoot, man, for I in player inventory, just choose whichever slot. Slot is going to be slots indexed at I. Isn't gonna work still. Will it work with the knife? No. What if I do that? Oh. Put it to the second slot, which is rather funky. So, I -1. Green seems to be causing an issue due to the, yeah, which means this item system would only work if you picked items up in order, which is not going to happen, especially in a randomly generated game. So that's not going to work. Okay, what we're gonna do is try that. Idea. This would work if I made the player inventory a bajillion empty slots right at the start. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll try that. Player UI 0. So we gotta do this all the way through 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Seven, 6, 4, 3, 2. Is that even gonna work? which means I'm gonna have to make an item with an item ID of 0. 2D, nothing. No underscore item. Don't even need a sprite here, don't even need that, all I need is a script. No item. There. Okay, so we've got here is that for I in player inventory. If I equals 0, we're gonna pass. Yeah, we're gonna pass. Maybe, break. We'll break the loop. Once we encounter an empty slot, there's no need to be searching further. So if I equals 0, break. Okay, so otherwise, print I. I'm gonna put that, yeah. Whoops, totally forgot. Radio. Okay, that didn't do anything. And this is being ran every single frame. Okay, oh, interesting. If I equals 0, pass. I don't want it to do anything if I equals 0. If I equals 1, print I. How about that? Boom. Well, that's not working. Boom. Okay, well I can just pick everything up now, that's cool. So for I in player inventory, how about we just print the player inventory first? Oh. Inventory.append isn't gonna work. So, now we need to be able to select. So, for I in inventory, if I equals 0, then I want I to be equal to grabbable item ID break. Let's try that. Okay, well that doesn't do shit. And then for I in inventory, if I is set equal to 0, and which means it should be sorting through all these at the very least. So hang on, if I equals 0, print has a spot open. Okay. Okay, it had a spot open. Good. If I equals 0, and it only did it one time. Inventory at index level I is going to be equal to grabbable item ID. Okay. There, that should fix that problem. Oh. Hello? Oh, there. This one's, really confusing me. Equals inventory at I. So let's go back here. So, okay. If inventory I equals 0, var spot equals inventory of I. No, that's stupid. Inventory at I is going to be set equal to grabbable item ID. Don't understand why that wouldn't work. Okay, I can at least pick the item up. So now if we print the player inventory, let's go to a room where we can pick all this stuff up. Why is that? Why are our doors being funky? I think it's because of the items. 1, 1. That didn't get added for some reason. Why is that? It's so weird. What? Okay. For iron inventory, if this is just all sorts of awful. This is just terrible. And highly confusing, in fact. Good. Oh man. Okay, so for I in inventory, so for each one of these, if the value is 0, so if inventory equals 0, then inventory at I equals, let's do the string of grabbable item ID. I think that'll fix our problem, because it's trying to index value 999999, which is not what it should be doing, quite frankly. Again, don't understand. Okay, buddy. You know what, how about we just go back to making this an empty list? We get rid of this code. We just start over. Because this is not going anywhere. This in itself. Player inventory equals player.inventory. Crazy thought. We're just going to be constantly printing the player inventory. Okay, so they get added to the inventory. This is fantastic. So, for I in inventory. Gosh, I love when randomly love it. This laptop is kind of janky, but that's fine. So for I in player inventory, possible items. No. So it needs to be detecting the value. So at first we're going to do slot. No. Oh my gosh. I'm too tired. I can't function. I overslept and I'm still tired. I just can't function properly right now. This is insane. This is just ridiculous to me. Okay, fuck. Okay, so for each spot in the player inventory, what I wanted to do is select the slot. So var slot equals slot at... No, it's not gonna work, because it's gonna try to do that. It's gonna try to do that! Okay. Okay. So print I. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do var item. It's going to be, we're gonna index into possible items at I. So this is the key and this is the definition. How do I index at a specific key? Indexing into a dictionary at a specific key. I can do this. Possible items at the string of I. Did I change a typing mode or something? Something feels off. Something feels really wrong. I feel like I totally did. Okay, whatever. Var item equals possible items with a string of I. We're indexing using the string of I. Does that cause an error or anything like that? We're going to find out. One. Okie dokie. 9999. Okay. So that seems fine. Item. So it's printing the player inventory. That's the item. Possible items at a string of I. Here, what if we did this? Print item at I. Just at I. What if we did that? Ah. But that does work. But that gives me the actual node itself, which is interesting. So instead of item, this would be image. Oh my gosh, what is this typing mode I'm in? I'm gonna look this up right now because I'm done. Ah, this is insert mode. How do I change this? So this is overwrite. What's the insert key? I'm so confused here. Using the insert key to control. What is the insert key? Hello? Insert key. So there's an insert key. Ah, right here. Perfect. Oh my gosh, it's finally better. Okay, possible items and var image equals, and we're gonna print image. Yep. Yepers. Okay. Okay, so we did that. So we are now going to print the image. Okay, so we have the correct image. So for I in player inventory, we have that. So we have the image. Then we're gonna do slot equals slot at slot var slot, and for I in slots. Oh my gosh. I doesn't equal 0. Ah, I see. Gonna try something here. So, Jesus. Okay, we're already printing something. We're going to stop. What is happening? Hello. Okay, we're finally back. That is so strange. It was going like a line above for some reason. Okay. Okay. So what's happening here? Object if... Wait, what? Is, okay. What if we do that? Still the same thing. Oh, it's so annoying, dude. I just don't know. I just couldn't tell you. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Let's go back to the inventory system we had. I'm not making any meaningful progress at the moment. Well, so if I turn the lighting off, won't that make all the items like super bright? No, thank God. Toggling my lighting doesn't work anymore? What happened? What is going on? Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Why did that happen? Did I must have messed something up. Lighting equals preload, lighting on, boolean. Lighting on equals false, remove child lighting. LF, lighting on equals false, lighting on equals true. Bar, lights equals lighting dot instantiate, add lights. Why is this not working now? Oh my gosh, guys. I'm gonna restart Godot. What do you mean? It was never saved. I pressed control. Oh, no items unsaved. Yeah, let's not save that. Oh my gosh, guys. Everything is just messed up. Okay, well that's working. So I mean, oh right, what we're actually testing here is toggling the lighting. And this doesn't even work. What is happening? Oh my gosh, what is going on? I have no clue. Well, that's just straight up not working. I'm not even getting errors for that, it just doesn't work. Let's toggle lighting. On toggle show FPS. Okay. It should be modulating the show FPS and changing the color of the button. But it's not doing any of that. Oh, how about I just remove all code pertaining to the inventory? Except for this. I do need this. Player UI. All of the inventory code can just... If I stop running inventory, that means none of the other code even matters. Is me running inventory causing an issue? Okay, now something is just seriously wrong. I give up. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna restart my computer, see if that fixes whatever the hell is wrong with it. I'll see you guys later. Good night. So frustrating.